We live in a world that has war, and those wars have to be fought by men with guns. Who's going to do it? President Biden? Vice President Kamala Harris? Servicemen have a greater responsibility than anyone could possibly fathom. While civilians weep for the dead and they curse the military, they have that luxury. They have this luxury of not knowing what servicemen know, that death and war, while tragic, saves lives. And our existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. Civilians don't want the truth because deep down in places they don't like to talk about at parties, they want us fighting those wars, and they need us fighting those wars. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use those words as the backbone of a life spent defending something. Civilians use them as a punchline, and we have neither the time nor the inclination to explain ourselves to those who rise and sleep under the blanket of the very freedom we provide, and then question the manner in which we provide it. We would rather they just said thank you and went on their way. Otherwise, we suggest you pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, we don't give a damn what civilians think they are entitled to. Now, I paraphrased this speech from A Few Good Men to try to make it a little bit more poignant for the holiday today. I hope everyone is enjoying their time with their family and friends and loved ones. But in today's video, I would like to share an aspect of this holiday that not many know. Not many can understand unless they've served. When your time comes to die, be not like those whose hearts are filled with fear of death, so that when their time comes, they weep and pray for a little more time to live their lives over again in a different way. Sing your death song and die like a hero going home. See, every soldier, sailor, airman, marine, guardsman who's ever been deployed, the first thing they want when they come home is for life to get back to normal. They want to get up, perhaps make a pot of coffee, take the dog for a walk, and just deal with normal life. They don't want to go out and glad hand, backslap, and respond to all the thank yous for your service. And we know it is given in the most genuine of ways most of the time. But the reality of a normal Monday would be what virtually every serviceman who's ever given his life would want. Just a normal day. See, it's easy. In the beginning of a change, the patriot is a scarce man, and brave, and hated, and scorned. But when his cause succeeds, the timid join him, for then it costs nothing to be a patriot. You see, we don't have any holidays called MEPS Day. Those of you out there in the military will know what I mean. See, that day that you finally pack your bags and leave, there's no parades that day. There's no people posting memes all over online when you do that, because it happens every day. Happens every single day, and you are there alone, going into something that you've never dealt with before. Many have. See, that's the beginning part. So those of you out there wanting to honor service, wanting to do your best to honor the fallen, look around to those who are still alive and ask them, if today was your last day, what would you want today to be? How would you have lived your life differently? And most soldiers, sailors, airmen, marines, guardsmen, would pretty much all have one answer. If they've ever served, it would just be good old-fashioned, normal life. This is from the book of Luke. For the Son of Man has not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them. And it came to pass that as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Jesus said unto him, Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head. And he said unto another, Follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my Father. Jesus said unto him, Let the dead bury their dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of God. And another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. And Jesus said unto him, No man having put his hand to the plow, and looking back, is fit for the kingdom of God. See, there are questions that many don't ask when it comes to service. They just go serve. This is why the liberals absolutely hate this holiday. It's why Kamala Harris initially just said, have a good long weekend. The reason she said that is because liberals, progressives, Democrats cannot fathom anything they can't quantify in a laboratory. Duty, honor, courage, loyalty, faith, hope, and love. How does one quantify those? In a laboratory, you can't. Therefore, they can't understand it. And if they can't understand it, their God being science, how can they honor it? They have no comprehension of it. Now, I'd like to leave today with some of the best advice I have ever heard in my life on mourning, and it comes from Hamlet. I know that's a very strange place to go right after the Bible, but this is some of the best advice I have ever heard. And it's biblical. It truly is. Now, what you're going to see is a man named Derek Jacobi reprising Hamlet's uncle in this scene. This is right after Hamlet's father had died, and Hamlet's father's brother marries Hamlet's mother. Now, this was very common for this time. This wasn't something that would have struck anyone as odd or strange, especially in royal families. This was just the way things were done. Now, those familiar with the story know that there's a lot more going on here, but this little 1 minute scene, it's about 1 minute and 10 seconds, will tell you virtually everything you need to know about mourning. Absolutely spot on advice about mourning. Of course, we mourn. Of course, we take some time and we honor those that are no longer with us, but to, as is referred to here, to persever in a course of obstinate condolement is unmanly grief. So, while you're out sharing, grilling out, enjoying the long weekend, just be aware that those who are gone, those who are no longer with us, would have a very different way of looking at the world. They would want to just get back to normal. That's just the way every soldier thinks. It's why they fight. It's why they sacrifice. It's why they do everything they do. And it's also why liberals will never get it. God bless. Have a wonderful Memorial Day. Like, share, subscribe.